We are live. It is week 11, game number 224 of the season. It is featuring the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Washington football team. We are at FedEx Field in Washington. I'm going to let this go and see you all after we go.
It's the Washington football team taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cincinnati. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. Fielded in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Arkansas Razorback. It's Braylon Allen.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Well, first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get up to the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now Allen. And Green with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is third and 8. Here's Allen. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He stiff arms it. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is. And that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Smith on first down. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Bernard. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that route.
And the ball smacked down at the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Bernard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go. It's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time you got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Danny Johnson returning. They're able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that, some double moves.
They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he is in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw, Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now he will have it first down here at the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a play that likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This is brought in by Gibson. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what would be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Smith. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, here's Smith. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On first down, it's Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. Open man here, Sims late. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 13 yards there to Washington first.
Yeah, I was worried about the smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. They did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as he could while completing the play.
To the air again, Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage, make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 13 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad open drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to say. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just a second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They've now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. So running here with Bernard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're going to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Bernard. And he'll be taken down after about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing over the net. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. Nice and short. You know, I watched film yesterday. You told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
But you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I'm not good, man, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Operating from the red zone now. Allen out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Again, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Now Allen again. And an incomplete pass. I'll stop the clock here. Just under a minute to play in half number one.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point, 7-6. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the first down throw, it's Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McClellan. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Smith. It's throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Smith throwing again. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this. Get a big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one. And a 1st and 6 in a tough-fought first half. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half for the veteran quarterback. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taking in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first down, Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
Another catch for him here on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There sure must be cool bumbles along the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4. Operating for gun, Smith. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's Tressway now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one he was hoping for as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started, at least come away with 3 points.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Adler. What's the target? And he has it over the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop it. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest was maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. Now the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try to keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down and able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But remember, they tried to give him the
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with McKissick. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They've done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jerron Payne able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Allen now looks to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and put the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense set to take over again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4 quarters ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. This offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They had all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on and running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the 50, it's Smith. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Washington on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. From the gun, here's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Tressway down as he'll punt it away for the second time. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get to reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That gets him the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Allen to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Deron Payne in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. This one hauled in by Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it under a minute to go now in the football game. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Now Allen. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw is Allen. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Alright guys, so that was the football team winners over Bengals 14-6. Got end the stream, and I'll be back when I set the other game up, so be right back.